In this video, we are going to learn why we are addicted to screens and what's going on in our heads when we use digital devices. Previous video, we saw the signs of screen addiction. If you didn't watch that video, check it out and continue this video. Putting down the phone doesn't shut off our brain. The effects of using our devices and staring at screens don't stop when we stop. But as we learn more about what's going on in our heads when we use digital devices, we can reflect on our usage and start to change how they make us feel. We can actively try to create situations where we don't need our devices. So the important matter is learning about what's going on in our heads when we use digital devices. No two addictions are identical. So addiction to screens is not the same as addiction to cocaine, either in intensity or effect. But the same reward pathways in the brain are involved, production of the same chemicals and hormones. So there is a strong similarity in the process. Mainly, 3 hormones influence to fall people on screen time addiction. Let me see them one by one. 3. Oxytocin. Oxytocin is best known as the love hormone. Oxytocin is a hormone that acts on organs in the body and as a chemical messenger in the brain, controlling key aspects of reproductive system including childbirth and lactation and aspects of human behavior. So the 2 main actions of oxytocin in the body are contraction of womb during childbirth and lactation. But it's also primarily a molecule of social connection. But how is this relevant to our screen use? Well, oxytocin is triggered when we use social networking apps. Our brains interpret tweeting or messaging as if we are interacting with people we care about. Posting a photo, responding to comments, tweeting people, it all can give a feeling similar to meeting with friends in person. 2. Cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone the adrenal glands release. It helps your body deal with stressful situations as your brain triggers its release through the sympathetic nervous system or the fight or flight system in response to many different kinds of stress. While the short-term release of cortisol can help you to run quickly from the danger, when the cortisol levels are too high for too long, this hormone can hurt you more than it helps. Therefore, if you are the type of person who regularly, it means every 15 or so minutes, checks your phone and putting it down can trigger a release of cortisol. When we don't have an alert or notification every time we check our phones, so our brain starts to wonder about checking. To get rid of the anxious feeling that cortisol gives you, you pick up your phone to see if anything has happened. 1. Dopamine. Dopamine is the main reason we've come to somewhat depend on technology. In a social content, and any positive social stimuli can result in dopamine being released, almost like a reward. It reinforces the behavior that preceded it, which includes interaction over any screen. Text messages, likes, comments, and notifications, they all have the potential to release dopamine. The result tends to be short-term, addictive, and dopamine-driven feedback loops. If you compulsively check for notifications, it's because most apps use variable reward schedules optimized to encourage you to stay engaged. We perceive the reward to be delivered at random and end up checking habitually, almost in the same way a slot machine works. If you find this video useful, please make sure to share it with your friends, relatives who are really struggling with screen addiction. In upcoming video, we will see about the effects of electronic screen time.